In this video, I'm going to be going over the huge market crash happening right now in Season 8 in NBA 2K23 My Team, when is going to be the best time to buy cards, sell cards, and just an overview of the market and what cards prices are looking like right now. So as you guys know, Season 8 just came out yesterday, and that includes tons of free Dark Matters, tons of free Invincibles, and just tons of new content in the mode. And as you guys know also, we got these endgame Luka Doncic packs, which we got 3 new endgame cards. Endgame D-Rob that can play center power forward, Paul George that can play shooting guard small forward, and Luka Doncic at point guard shooting guard. So 3 new end games in packs. We also got tons of Invincibles like Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Danny Granger, and also one more, I think DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, he was the last Invincible card. So a pretty decent set all around, and it wasn't just these packs that did crash the market, it was just overall the new season dropping with the free endgame level 40 Joel Embiid, the fact that you got a free endgame Steph Curry card for literally just logging into the mode, like stuff like that, and just a new season, cards coming out and people panic selling did cause the market to go down a ton. If we look at the Invincible filter, we can quickly see that there's been a lot more Invincible cards becoming buy nows, and I think over the next week or two we can see a majority of the Invincibles drop to a buy now price, the cards that really aren't the best. We got Curry, Jalen Williams, I think Jabari Smith Jr. is also a buy now, so not like tons of Invincibles yet are buy nows, but I could definitely see over the next couple of days for sure seeing some more Invincible buy nows. I saw Jabari Smith Jr. earlier, maybe he's gone back up a little bit in price. I thought I saw one more, I think I saw Russ maybe, or I thought I saw a different card as well being a buy now. But yeah, Invincibles are going to start becoming a lot cheaper. And then for the rest of the market, if you take a look at these end games, you got Paolo Banchero, who's an end game card, and he's barely going for over 100,000 MT. I was thinking earlier, is he like a buy now? I don't think he's a buy now. I haven't actually checked. There's no way he is a buy now, but he's gone down a bit in price as well. He was already cheap before the new season came out, but now he's like barely even selling for 100,000. I think he potentially could become a buy now very soon. If there's more people selling this card, I mean, there's just so many up on the auction house. It doesn't really look like too many people are buying this card, so I could see him potentially becoming a buy now in the next week or so. I mean, yeah, like barely anybody is buying or bidding on this card for 100,000 plus MT, and there's just so many up on the auction house. And even like the headlining card from today, Luka Doncic, he's only like 300k, 350, somewhere in the middle. Like Paul George is only like 300k, D-Rob's like 350 to 400. So these endgame cards really aren't that expensive because there's so many other endgames to choose from. Like you can get D-Rob, you know, obviously from packs, but then you can also grind level 40 for Joel Embiid. So that's why he's not really going for that much, because there's a free alternative. Same thing with the card like Bill Russell, Paolo Banchero. There's tons of good small forwards in the game. Luka, amazing, but there's still taller point guards like Jokic, Ben Simmons. Paul George, there's already Kevin Durant, so he can't have too much value. And even a card like KD, he's been slowly going down in price because of that endgame option pack and the fact that a lot of people are getting this card for completely free. Now, to talk about some of the other cards in the game, the one big one that I've seen on Twitter is actually Nikola Jokic is out of position 2 guard, not guard. Well, I guess he is a guard, but his out of position 2 Dark Matter has been dropping a ton in price. I saw earlier on Twitter he was down to like 25-30k. I'm gonna quickly check what his price is right now, and I just want to mention to you guys once again, in case anybody doesn't know, the best time to be buying cards is on Friday at around 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m. Eastern time. I've said that in pretty much every single one of my market talk videos, and that's always the best time, right? Because that's when this out of position, you know, Jokic was super cheap. So we can see he was out of position 2, I believe, and we can see that this card, like under 50k right there, I want to see how much he's going for, because this card was still around a buy now. I think was still over 100,000 MT before the new season dropped, and now he might be like 40 to 50k, which is such good value for Nikola Jokic. And he's actually starting to go back up a little bit in price. He was even cheaper, like I said, on Friday at around 3-4 p.m. Eastern time, when all the new cards were ending. He was like literally like 25, 30k, 35k. Right now you can find him for about 50,000 MT. But that is crazy, man. For Nikola Jokic, about 45 to 50,000 MT for still a top tier point guard in the game. So he's been dropping a ton in price. Even if you go back to like season 5, right? You look at Radiant T-Mac. There's a Radiant T-Mac, I'm not kidding, 37,000 MT just right there. There's probably some for even cheaper. 37,000 MT for Radiant T-Mac. Before the season dropped, he was at like 80, 85k. So he's dropped a ton in value, man. Like you got Radiant T-Mac for probably like 30 to 35k. And once again, the market was even lower on Friday, because I'm recording this Saturday morning, or sorry, I'm recording this Friday night. But yeah, but honestly, like, I'm recording this Friday late at night. But yeah, you guys could have bought, you guys honestly could have bought T-Mac for maybe even a little bit cheaper. The Radiant D-Rob is a lot cheaper. He's down to like 10 to 15k because of his endgame card coming out, and he's still a very viable power forward. You look at Pink Diamond Taco, you know, he's gone down even more in price. I've seen this card as low as like 60k. Right now he might be like 70,000 MT. So once again, a lot of the cards are a lot cheaper at around 3 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. But yeah, you can see Taco is still about 70k, but earlier today on Friday, I did see this card for about 60k, so he's gone back up a little bit in price, but still really good value for a card like Taco Fall. You look at Kevin Garnett, I mean, he's down a ton. He was back up to like 70k MT before the new season dropped. He's down a ton, right? If we check out a card like Mark Eden, I know Mark Eden was about 50k 100% before the new season dropped. He was 100% 50,000 MT. He might have saved the price just because he's one of the only actual good centers in the game that isn't crazy expensive or hard to obtain like a Rick Smith. So that's why he's kind of holding his value, but he's still gone down a little bit in price, maybe around 40k, maybe even a little bit lower on Friday, earlier in the morning or earlier in the day when the new cards came out. But he's probably going to hold value just because the fact that, you know, after Manute Bol, after Rick Smith, after Yao Ming, there's not really too many centers to choose from. So that's why Mark Eden and a card like Victor Wembanyama are going to hold their price decently well. And same thing with cards like Taco Fall and maybe Galiopo Yao Ming, because there's not really too many options to choose from the power forward and center position. But even Galiopo Yao Ming, I mean, he's gone down a pretty decent amount. You know, he's maybe down to like 75k, somewhere in that price range, maybe even a little bit lower. And that's a really good price for Galiopo Yao, who's still a top tier center. And yeah, guys, I think right now is still a great buying opportunity. Once again, the best peak time to buy was Friday, you know, at 3 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. You guys are seeing this on Saturday, which is still a great time to buy. The market will still be fairly low. So if you guys want to buy any cards in the game, you know, other invincible cards, right? You look at, for example, Evan Mobley. He's probably like under 150k, barely over 100,000 MT. You look at a card like DeMarcus Cousins, I could see him becoming a buy now very, very soon. Like Anthony Davis, I'm surprised he's not a buy now. I think we'll start seeing these invincible cards become buy now very, very soon. All it takes is a couple to go up for 100,000 MT. People see that when they want to go sell theirs, and then they list them up for 90k, 95k, and then it goes on to 80, 85,000, and then it just starts trickling down in price over time. So a lot of invincibles and game cards lost their value, and mainly a lot of these dark matters as well. And then if you guys want to sell cards, I think the market will slowly start to go back up on Saturday night and like Sunday. I would say it probably doesn't go back up until like Sunday day/night. So if you guys wanted to sell any of your cards maybe been holding on to and didn't have the chance to sell before the new season, I would say Sunday is probably going to be your best bet if you guys wanted to sell some cards, or maybe potentially Monday as well. Now, something interesting that I saw is these packs are only in the pack market for 3 days and 14 hours. And if my math is correct, that means they would expire on Tuesday, like going into Tuesday at 11 a.m. So does that mean we're getting other Friday type packs on Tuesday? That's kind of what I'm expecting. I think we'll be getting actually, you know, Friday type packs, promo packs on Tuesday. So that could affect the market even more, you know, where if we're getting like actual good end games and good cards on Tuesday that actually drop the market, could be a little bit interesting for the market. I think that will cause it to go down even more. But right now, like I said, is a great buying opportunity. But let me know in the comment section down below what cards you guys are planning on buying right now, what cards you guys are planning on selling, and what you guys think about the market. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.